Chapter 8 Finals Review Notes Graphing. You need 5 points to graph a parabola or a quadratic function or square function. If this equation is given in this form, ax squared plus bx plus c, to find the vertex from this equation, you have the formula x equals negative b over 2a, and when you plug it into the equation, you find y. So plug x into the equation, and your vertex would be x comma y. So the x would be this point, negative b over 2a, and y when you plug it into the equation to get the y. For the vertex form, which is this form right here, the vertex from this one is, you don't have to solve anything, you just list the h and k. So list the h without the sign. If it is negative, you need to list it as positive, and k, you're going to use the same sign. So h and k would be the vertex for the form that is a x minus h squared plus k. This is called standard form. This is called vertex form. For number 2, you find the y-intercept. From the algebra, if you want to find the y-intercept, you set the x equals 0. So set x equals 0. If you set x equals 0, it means that you have 0 plus 0 plus c. So the y-intercept is 0 comma c. 0 comma c or just c. Similarly, for this form, when you set the x equals 0, the y-intercept is whatever the value you got from here. Number 3 is to find more points. Once you find the vertex either from this form or from this form, after you find the vertex, you can follow the pattern to find other points. The pattern from the vertex is go over 1 up 1, over 2 up 4, over 3 up 9, and you can find as many points as you need from this pattern. For the reflection, you're going to make the upside down graph. So you're going to make the graph that looks like this, and that would be a reflection over the x-axis. For example A, to find the vertex, you're going to first find the axis of symmetry, that is AOS, and the formula is negative b over 2a. So a is 1, b is negative 4, and c is negative 5. So this is going to be negative of negative 4 divided by 2 times 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. To find the vertex, you're going to plug the 2 into the given equation and find y. So that's going to be 4 minus 8 minus 5, and that's going to be negative 4 and negative 5, that's negative 9. So the x and y are going to be 2 comma negative 9, and that's going to be your vertex, 2 comma negative 9. According to this graph, 2 comma negative 9, let's say if this is the point and you're going to follow the pattern, first you want to find the y-intercept. So y-intercept is 0 comma c, and that's going to be 0 comma negative 5. So 1 2 3 4 5, this is the point here for y-intercept, and the opposite of this one should be this point, up 1 over 1. And once you find these, or connect them as a smooth graph, you're going to get the parabola which has at least 5 points. One is 2 comma negative 9, 3 comma negative 8, and this one is 1 2 3 4, 4 comma 1 2 3 4 5, 4 comma negative 5, and on other side as well you have the same type of points, 1 comma negative 8. So we have more than 5 points, or we have 5 points to show on the graph. For number letter B, you're going to use the formula A x minus h squared plus k, where h with the opposite sign, k is your vertex. So if you want to find the h, you're going to use the opposite sign of 2. If it's negative, you're going to list it as positive, but if it's positive, you're going to list it as negative 2 comma negative 8. To plot the point, you're going to use negative 2 comma negative 8, so that's going to be this point right here, negative 2 comma negative 8, and that's the vertex. To find the y-intercept, you're going to use the x as 0, and you're going to use, this is going to be 2 square minus 8, that's 4 minus 8, and it's negative 4. So 1 2 3 4, this point, an opposite or replica of this point would be this point right here. Since the number in front, that A is 1, so you're going to follow the pattern is 1 1 2 4 3 9, and that can give you as many points as you need. So you're going to follow 1 1 2 4, so this is going to be 1 1 right here, 2 4, and then you can find as many points as you want. So this is 0 comma negative 4, this is negative 1 comma negative 7, and this one is negative 3 comma negative 7, and this one is negative 4 comma negative 4. So you're going to graph the parent function fx equals x squared. To graph this, it's starting from 0 0 1 1 2 4, and then you follow the pattern on the other side, and that's going to be your graph for the parent function. Plus 2 at the end of the function means that you're going to move the graph up 2 units. It means that this graph is whole shifted up 2 units, and after that you just follow the pattern 1 1 2 4 1 1 and 2 4 to get the graph of this translated graph. For this function, it's going to be negative 4 means go down 4. Negative in the front is the reflection graph. The one that is inside or next to the x, it means it's going to move left or right. If it is negative, move to the right. If it is positive, move to the left. For the next one, you're going to first graph the parent function, and from the parent function you're going to move the graph 4 unit down, because it's 4 unit down. So 1 1 and 2 4, 1 2 3 4, and that's going to be your graph of the translated function 4 down. For the next function, this is your parent function. that is 1 1 2 4 and it's upward. With the negative, you're going to make the reflection of this function, and that is your negative x square reflection over x-axis. The parent function for the x square, these are all the parent function graph. I already graphed it. For negative 3 inside, this means that you're going to move the graph 3 unit right. If it is negative, you move to the right, so 1 2 3, and then after that you follow the same pattern and then graph the translated graph, which is moved 3 unit to the right. When you move the graph 2 unit to the right, left, so this is 2 unit left. If it is plus 2, so that's going to be your translated graph, that is moved 2 units left. For the next one, the graph is moved 4 down, and then the 3 in the front is a vertical stretch by 3. So 4 down and it's vertical stretch by 3, so it's going to be, if it is a vertical stretch, for example, the points are normally 1 1, so in this case it's going to be 1 3 and 2, more normally is 2 4, so it's going to be 2 12. So from this one you go over 1 up 3, and from the next one is over 2 up 12, so the graph is going to stretch vertically and it's going to look like this. For the next table, this one, you're going to identify the indicated information for each quadratic function. Also indicate which form the problems are in, standard form or the vertex form. So number 1 and 2 both are in vertex form. So to remind you that the vertex form is a times x minus h squared plus k. Identify the vertex. Identify the vertex is going to be, in this case is 3 comma 5, and in this case is negative 12 comma negative 8. For the next one, number 3 and 4, they are called as standard form. If the standard form is here, then x equals negative b over 2 is to find the x coordinate. So it's going to be negative b over 2 times 1, and that's negative 3. Once you find the negative 3 for x, you're going to plug it in to find the y. So negative 3 squared plus 6 times negative 3 plus 5. So that's going to be 9 minus 18 plus 5. So that's negative 9 plus 5 is 4. So the vertex is going to be for this one, if you want to find the vertex for this one, is going to be negative 3 comma 4. So that's going to be negative 3 comma 4. For number 4, x equals negative b over 2 times 2, and that's negative 8 divided by 4. X is negative 4. To find y, you're going to use x as negative 4, and that's going to be 16 times 2 32, and should be negative 3. So your vertex is negative 4 comma negative 3. 5 and 6 are in standard form. 5 and 6. 0 comma c, which is 0 comma 5, 0 comma c, which is 0 comma 2 are the y-intercept. Class number 7 and 8, and for this one you're going to find the y-intercept. To find the y-intercept, you're going to set the x equal to 0. So 0 minus 1 square minus 4, and that's going to be negative 1 square minus 4, and that's 1 minus 4, so that's negative 3. In this case is 0 plus 3 square minus 1, 9 minus 1 is 8. It is given in the form of vertex, so it's a vertex form.